Hey everybody, making a video now on greatest common factors because as we move further in now and we're into the new 9-week grading period, we are going to start on factoring. And I know that, again, you hear it quite a bit that this is a new, not a new concept for you, but it is one that is a focus on this particular unit in this particular uh, semester. So when you think about factoring, um, and I consider greatest common factor, remember GCF, okay, is greatest common factor. All right, and so you'll often hear me say GCF, and that's what that is the largest factor that two or more numbers will have in common. Largest factor that two or more numbers will have in common. So let's just think about how we might find greatest common factor and some of the ways you can do that. Let's say we have 16 and 24. Okay. Well, to find it, I need to list the factors of both of these numbers, right? And what I might suggest you start doing is going with the smallest number, list those factors first. One is always a factor, as is the number itself. 2, and 8, and then 4, right? So those are all factors of 16. And I know it's 4 times 4 to the 16, and when you with those you only list it one time, right? You only list the 4 one time. Then with 24 we have 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, and 8, 4, and 6, right? And so now I look to see which of the factors is the largest that they share. I mean, they share several, right? 1, 2, 4, and 8 are shared factors. The largest shared factor is 8. So that is the greatest common factor. So that's one way to get it. Another way to get greatest common factor is to take and factor both of these down to your prime numbers, So with 16, I can start with 2 times 8, right? 8 is 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2. Okay? And then 24 is 2 times 12. 12 is 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. And now I'm done. I'm done with that factoring. Now what I do is I go and see what factors they share. So first I'm just going to rewrite this 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? And over here, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And what do they share? They share one set of 2's. They share another set of 2's. They share another set of 2's. That's all they share, right? So that's 8. So that's another way to find the GCF using prime factorization. This comes in handy if you have really large numbers, right? that you're trying to factor. And so it's better to go ahead and do a factor tree like this, maybe. The other, so we find the greatest common factor. And so let's look at some other examples. 16 and 6. Okay, more examples. Well, we already got 16 up there. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, right? And 6 is 1, 6, 2, 3. And so the greatest common factor that they both share is 2. So the GCF equals 2. All right. 18 and 24. And I'll do this time using the factor tree. Now we just did 24 back here, so I'm not going to redo it. We know that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 18 is 2 times 9, which is 3 times 3, right? Now, what do they share? Well, there's a 2 that they share, and there's a 3 that they share. So our GCF of 16 and 6, no, they don't share a 3. I'm sorry, I'm thinking 16. Of 18 and 24 is 6. So that is another way, another example. We do one more example of this, and then we'll move along to something else. I mentioned lists. If we have more than 2 numbers, we would try and find the GCF of, which can happen, right? I mean, there are times you need the greatest common factor of more than 2 numbers, especially when you're trying to find, right? You're trying to reduce things, right? You're trying to reduce things or something like that. So let's look at this one. How about 12? And I'm going to do this using factor trees. 28, 12, 28, and 40. So start with 12. That's 2 times 6, which is 2 times 3. Okay. 28, 2 times 14, which is 2 times 7. 40, 2 times 20, which is 2 times 10, which is 2 times 5. Okay. Now, what do they all share? Here's 1, 2 that they all share. They all share another 2. So the GCF, they don't share anything else. The GCF then of 12, 28, and 40 is 4. Excuse me, is 4. That equals the GCF. So there you have it. That's how you find greatest common factor numbers in a list. The next video is going to be greatest common factor when you have variables.